I stand for the. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and
now.
Father God, once again, we thank you for entrusting us with your town. And we ask you that you give us your wisdom and discernment to make the best decisions for our town citizens. May we honor you in all we say this evening. In your name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Sal.
President.
Commissioner Collins.
Here.
Mr. Ramos.
President.
Mr. Satterfield.
Present.
Here. All right. We have a presentation, Florida City Government Week proclamation. So Town of Oakland, Florida City Government Week, whereas municipal government is the government closest to most citizens and the one with the most direct impact upon its residents. And whereas municipal government provides services and programs that enhance quality of life for the residents and making their town their home. I, Catherine Stark, by virtue of my authority vested in me, as mayor of the town of Oakland, and on behalf of the entire town commission, do hereby proclaim October 17th through the 23rd, 2022 as Florida City Government Week.
Very next.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Public forum. Do we have anybody here who wishes to speak on public forum? You have about 3 minutes and it's for something that's not already on the agenda. Okay. Consent agenda. Does anybody have any questions or comments regarding the consent agenda? There's a lot of work in there.
I'll make the motion to accept consent agenda. Second.
Okay, any questions, any comments from the audience? Bring it back to the table, all in favor?
Aye.
So now we are to town manager report. Let me stop for 1 second. I get 30 seconds. It is very rare that we have an agenda like this. It's just the way the work flows and it's planned, and we will take advantage of these while we have them. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. If you just read the consent agenda, you will know.
I can't even remember having one like this.
No,
It's not over yet, so we'll see.
yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna do my best.
Okay, town manager report.
Just a couple of things to start with. First, I've got coffee with the manager on Thursday morning, 9 o'clock. So I hope I get some people out for that. You've got in front of you, and some of this has already been showing up on Facebook. We're gonna do our second annual Trees of the Season. So anybody that's interested in doing that, first come, first serve. It'll be displayed from November 15th through January 3rd. Got the entry form, so I believe it's already been out on Facebook and
It has.
it'll be on the website. We also have a call for artists, and the theme for the winner is trees. And then also we're doing yoga on the porch on Fridays from 9 to 10:30.
And hot dogs on Wednesdays.
Hot dogs on Wednesday.
Therapy hot dogs.
Yes, hot dog therapy.
Yeah, hot dogs on Saturday are not every Saturday.
I'm not.
I don't think, but maybe unless things have changed.
Then last thing, I just want to thank and give some gratitude to our staff, the police department and what they did during the storm, Public Works and Mike's staff as far as cleaning up and getting ready before the storm and after the storm. Alicia and communications with everything that she was able to get up on the website, keeping people informed both through Facebook and through our page on the website. We've got really awesome staff that really stepped up, and I can't say enough about them. I am grateful that the storm went where it went as far as from the town of Oakland standpoint. I think we fared fairly well and got things cleaned up pretty quickly, trying to get back to normal. My heart goes out to people all the way from Lee County all the way up through the county that are dealing with flooding and but I have an immense amount of gratitude for our staff and what we did here. So.
Yeah, I was in Jacksonville Saturday and they got flooding in Jacksonville. The river walk was flooded. You couldn't even walk the river walk.
Yeah, the St. John's is still, they're still, cresting in different places and
My house over to the beach is still, dock's still underwater. It's just gone down.
I've read an article, so 46 as it's going out.
Yeah.
And it hits Volusia
Yeah.
and Seminole
Yeah.
and Brevard. Part of 46 was, as of the end of last week, was still 13 feet underwater.
Wow.
And that's it's a state road. It was 13 feet underwater and that has to do with the St. John's.
Oh, yeah.
That just blew me away.
When you go across the beeline, you've made that trip across the beeline, the St. John's is pretty thin when you go across that way. And then it's this big, I used to call it Jurassic Park. It looks like, because it's just all that green space. You can't tell. It looks like Lake Apopka. You can't tell where there's a river at all.
Big praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
covered and surprisingly, I thought it was gonna be bad. Just regular storms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Drop all our, electric, but this is by far, and the team was excellent, the
Yeah.
best.
Well, here's the thing too, with the contractors, and we were out there working, and all my neighbors came out and we all kind of did it together, which was very
Yeah.
nice too, that you get, but the contractors that come and pick stuff up, they were all very pleasant. I mean, you don't get that a lot. Because they don't really want to be there. They're hot, they're miserable. These guys were just, very, very good. So.
No, everything was just fabulous and we appreciate everything. It's like old hat around here, it seems. And then also thank you to the police department and the public works department for everything they did for the musical that we had the week prior. You couldn't go 10 feet without seeing a police officer and helping them direct you
Mhm.
where you needed to go. So, and that was just a magical night. I think we
That
talked
was a
about that
great
in our
night. Yeah,
last
we did.
meeting, but just a magical night. So, appreciation to everyone. I think we need to have a little party,
Yeah,
maybe lunch.
yeah, we need to do something for everybody. So.
That would be nice.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that covers it. School's back up and running on Monday and we do have some damage. We put that together. It's been reported to our insurance and through the FEMA portal. I believe Mike's got most of that in there through FEMA and we've reported it to Orange County Emergency Management. But it was really pretty light compared to other places. So there was a shed damaged over an O&P, some things over at the school with the playground shelters and few other things that we're working on, but we did very well as far as things go. So.
Nice.
Sal?
I won't be here for the next meeting. I did want to bring up that October 29th is Habitat for Humanity ball or it's gonna be at Scott Boyd's Ranch.
Yep.
So it's gonna be nice if some of us can get out there. I think they're doing the tables again, decorating tables, but you don't have to. So since I'm not gonna be here on the next meeting, I just wanted to bring it up to have it for the record, to see if some of us can go represent. I will be there, so.
Okay.
Saturday, right? Yeah.
Saturday, October 29th, yes, a couple of days before Halloween. It's really nice out there.
It is.
Yeah.
Furthest, I think the farthest you can go in Orange County.
Is that property? Yes.
Yeah.
On the lake.
Gotta go out. All right, Rick?
Just real quick, ONP had quite a few trees that came down, but no major damage to the boardwalk, thankfully. did have a big tree fell on one of the sheds, storage sheds out there, which is gonna have to be replaced. And part of the floating dock broke off and floated away, but we were able to retrieve that and get it tied back up to the dock, and we'll get that reattached. And other than that, it's not, you know, could have been a lot worse, so.
Could have been a heck of a lot worse.
Yeah. Joseph?
Just to go back to the jazz concert, of course, you know, it was done through a grant. Just want to bring it up, you know, just to ask, the grant is a annual cycle and it's up again for November 3rd. And I definitely would put it together again, and just seeing that we could do it, and did it well. And people are still talking about it. I mean, it was, like you said, it was a great night, and the weather was great. The audience loved it. And I know people are still asking, I got a call today, what's next?
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. So, we don't have any costs. I mean, the grant is 10,000, you know, plus travel and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have any costs. I'm trying to figure out who to try to present. I'm working with a group out of Alabama. But the grant, you have to have 3 groups, so it has to be 3 different organizations that are not within the same location. So Alabama guy, who he did it this past June. The other person we worked with was up in Buffalo, but we're not working with her. So really just trying to figure out who to go with if we can do it, you know, to do it again. And definitely will, you know, like the blessings of the town to, you know, be more involved with it, and so we can really talk to some of our partners in the area to come on board and be a sponsor and be a supporter. And like I said, people still talking about it. So
I think given the success of this one, you know, it'll just grow.
yeah, I think, yeah,
People, you know, there's a lot of people who were sorry they missed it.
yeah, I got that too.
You hit a home run with this.
Yeah, super organized. The music couldn't have been finer.
Yeah. Well, the organization came with Mike and I working together in the past, and then the other staff just adding on top of what he and I have done. So it was definitely a collaborative effort. Even some of the miscues that you know, some things I may have dropped, the police and the fire. I mean, the police really dropped, you know, jumped on board. That was the other kind of quarterback staff. I mean, it was.
It was awesome.
You know,
I have my lanyard hanging on my wall.
Yeah, it's a cool souvenir.
So if there's a consensus, you know, I just want to make sure there's a consensus. We're kind of gathering what we did with Ron Carter, so I can make sure we can allocate funds for it and be a true partner
yeah.
as the town. So that it's, you know, it's a little more straightforward.
Okay,
If there's a consensus there, then I will make sure that whether it's in this budget year or next budget year, we'll allocate some funds and make sure that we can do it in the best fashion possible.
After that, more than likely, it'll be in the next budget year. So it'll be an October, November.
So we're gathering what we did spend with Ron Carter and all of that, so that we can have a very, pick it up a notch with the next one. So,
Very cool.
it was awesome.
all right.
Thank you.
So we'll move forward with that collaboration.
And then there's other people calling to come to our town to perform, not at that large scale, but there's a Latin group that call out. Once I lock that down, I'm gonna bring that to the commission as well, but we're getting a lot of people asking to come alongside us, and also asking, can we bring some of this type of, you know, music and, you know, presentation to other areas? So this has been a win-win all around, but it's another group that wants to come, and was a guy from, I'm sure what I look at my phone, but it was from a Latin country. He was here, like, hey, I would love to come. So once I bring together, maybe something we can bring with Hispanic heritage. Yeah. So, but it's some great stuff. People came, a lot of people who were here, never been to Oakland, and when they came, they were like, wow, I didn't know Oakland was this place. You know, we got a lot of it. I appreciate everyone. Thanks so much. Awesome. Cool.
Mike?
No, Steve talked about the school, like I say, minimal damage, everybody's back at school and everything is pretty much back to normal, so. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe I.
I have nothing but gratitude at this point. for everything that's gone on in the last month, we couldn't have fared better. And we've got a lot of good work coming our way.
Yep. We got quite a few things coming, so the next agenda won't be this light. We'll
Of course.
and then you approve the holiday schedule for November and December, so.
And we'll be good with, you think, through the holidays with that, so we're not really like overloaded or carrying.
I think we'll be all right. The one thing that I am working on is a presentation concerning mixed use development on Highway 50. And I'm looking to take that to P and Z in November and bring that to the commission in December. So we may have a work session at one meeting in December. We may have a work session before from 6 to 7, talk about the mixed use development. So that would be, but I think it all fits into what, the schedule that we have. So.
Cool. Nice.
All right.
All right, hang on.
Oh,
Friday.
this Paul is a talented student from Madrid, Spain,
Madrid.
that wants to come and perform. And it won't be a cost, but the kid that I'm talking to his friend here and who talks to his father.
Is he flamenco dancer, music,
Mexico.
classical? Oh, wow. There it is.
So just want to drop that nugget once we lock it in, but he actually said, based on him coming here and see how we presented the event, he stopped me in the crowd. He said he would like to see if we can do something with this young talent.
Flamenco dancer we had was incredible. She was very good. I've seen them live in Spain, so I know the difference, and she's up there.
Who was the guy who was a famous jazz musician that attended?
Oh, Najee?
Najee.
Yeah, he's Najee. Yeah, he's pretty.
What about the saxophone? Saxophone.
That's what you're talking about.
Him? Oh, yeah.
Najee, yeah. He lives in a pocket.
Ooh, we should bring him.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't have anything except thank you, and let's have a nice lunch someday soon.
Well, if our hearts and minds are satisfied, I'm sorry. go ahead.
But we
Paul.
still need to, like I had said before, to plan something for the school staff and PTO also.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Well, I'm talking, yeah, anybody who was involved in the hurricane, in the.
Yeah, we need to talk about the school with everything. And then we need to do staff with the hurricane. So yeah, we need to get both those.
If we need to do them separately, then we can do them separately, but I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, it's about time now. I mean, we skipped a couple of years because of a bunch of COVID and this, that, and the other, but
Yeah.
bring it back.
We'll look at working on both of those.
Sorry.
Are gonna be doing the lunch this week for the Public Works folks. Probably going over to Sabandos.
Okay, well, and anytime that you do something like this, we like to be included. Number one, to be able to thank them, and number two, to eat.
I was gonna say the eating's in there.
But really, we do like to,
Eat.
if we can be there, to thank them too.
I have more for it.
Okay, you gotta let us know when. And don't expect us to remember it.
This is-
He's definitely right on that.
All right. All right,
Right.
now, Joseph.
All hearts and minds are satisfied. Let's adjourn. It is now 7:18.
Wow.
All right.
That like a record?
This-
There's your record. My record, 5.